Alright, here we are. What's going on, people? It's the Non-Essential Podcast, or TNEP, as I am calling it as well sometimes. Day 3 of Lockdown 2 here in Melbourne. And the time is currently 7:56 p.m. I'm doing this a little later than I have the last couple of days, I think. Because I'll be honest with you, people, I'm at a point now with this thing where I can't really be fucked. I will admit, I can't really be fucked doing this every day. And this is the reason why I didn't do it in the first lockdown. Because I was like, I don't know if I can do it every day, like half an hour every day. It doesn't sound like much, but it actually fucking is. And if you want it to be any good at all, which I'm focusing less on now, I must admit, my focus is less on having it be fantastic and more on just fucking actually doing it. I'm on a little bit of a mission here. You know, I want to crank one of these out every day. That's the aim. That's the goal. And I need your help to keep pushing me along to do it. You know, I think I said a couple of days ago, day 1, that, not every day is going to be a good day over the next 6 weeks here in lockdown. I'm probably going to get a bit fucking down and agitated and annoyed. I felt myself getting a little bit restless today. I know we're allowed to go out for an hour's exercise, but I haven't even done that for like a week, I don't think so. And usually I'm going for a walk, every day. So I'm starting to get a little bit testy, a little bit angsty. Only slightly though. I think another week of not having gone out and even gone for a walk, then then we'll be in trouble, I think. But for now, so far so good. Day 3. I worked it out. Was it yesterday? I think it was. Well, the days just fucking blend into one now. I think I worked it out that the lockdown's going to go for 42 days, right? And I want to do one of these every day for about half an hour. I think it worked out to be something like, what was it? 630 hours or something like that. So it was something ridiculous. Let me see. Hopefully this doesn't just fucking stop recording on me. I'm recording tonight on my phone, actually, just in the voice memos. One of the more underused phone apps, I would imagine, voice memos, but I fucking, being the audiophile and podcasty, radio-y guy that I am, I'm always in the voice memos. So if we do 30 minutes times 42 days, that's 1260 minutes. That's right, yeah, 12. So 1,260 minutes of me just fucking waffling on like right now is what you can expect over the next 40 something days, or 42 days is the lockdown. And if I do one of these every day for half an hour, it'll be around about 1,260 minutes of me for you guys. So how about that? That's something to really kind of look forward to, I guess. Have I only been going for 4.5, coming up to 5 minutes? Fuck. Wow. Alright. I can't really be fucked, as I said at the top of this thing. I can't really be fucked tonight. I'm laying... The last 2 nights I've done my recording at my desk, at my computer, in, fucking straight microphone straight into the laptop, fucking Audacity, free audio editing software, and just fucking going for it for half an hour. Tonight I can't even be. This is how fucked I can't be. I can't even be fucked sitting at my fucking desk and doing that. So I'm just laying in bed recording this on my phone, and I mean, technology these days, people, it's amazing what we can do. So I did just want to touch, if you were listening to yesterday's show, I said that, obviously I'm going to sort of update the whole COVID situation, I guess, every day in case you don't know what's going on. But at the same time, I'm getting a bit distracted by my TV, which is on mute right now, so I'm actually just going to turn that off. And now I don't even remember what I was talking about. Oh yeah, I want to try and steer away from too much COVID talk, because the idea of this is to take your mind off it all. But I will just say, in case you haven't heard the news today, and you probably have, so this is probably really pointless of me even saying this, and I'm probably just doing this to fill in time, but 725 new cases, and the heartbreaking thing is 15 deaths, including a person in their 30s. I think it was a young man in his 30s, which, for me personally, who I'm in my 30s, I'm a man in my 30s, and something like that really fucking hits home. I mean, I said it, I think, a couple of days ago on the first show. All these fucking morons who think this is a fucking game, and who are like, oh, it's a 99% fucking survival rate, it only affects fucking people that are 80 or 90. Well, obviously not. I mean, people of all fucking ages. Anyway, I don't want this to turn into me versus the conspiracy theorists every day, but it could turn into that, so, but I'll try and steer away from that. Another bit of news today that I, like a lot of other people, woke up to, this enormous explosion in Lebanon. I'm sure we've all sort of seen some footage now. Like I said, enormous. Obviously, our hearts go out to all those people that have been affected by it. The last I heard, it was like 70 people had been killed in it. But I mean, when you look at the video footage of this thing, it is that fucking big that surely more than that. Surely it's more than 70 people that have been killed by it. It was like, that I'm sure we've all sort of seen this old footage of when they tested, when they've tested nuclear bombs and stuff like that, like back in the 50s, and the mushroom clouds and all that sort of stuff. This, from the video footage that I've seen, and comparing it to that, it's like as big as that. Fucking enormous it is. So yeah, tragic situation, and the hospitals are already a little bit overrun over there with COVID patients, and now this. So it's a country with a very troubled history and past, and to have to kind of deal with something like this now at a time like this as well, fucking obviously fucked. So like I said, our hearts go out to everyone that has been affected by it. A lot of Lebanese Australians that I know. I'm not sure, I haven't really spoken to any of them today. I'm not sure if any of them have family and things over there or in the sort of general area, but if they do, I hope that they're okay. Yeah, fucking wild. All day, not all day, but I've looked at a few different videos today, and every time I see one, I'm just like, just the size of it, I just can't get over how enormous this explosion was. So that's another fucked thing that has happened in the world today. I don't want to bring spirits down and stuff like that. Like I said, this is supposed to kind of take your mind off a lot of this shit. It's me, it's Maddie, your little lockdown COVID companion. So let's try and get into something that's maybe a little bit happier, even though I'm looking at my notepad now. It is still kind of COVID related, but something that caught my eye today was Dan the Man's creepy cams. I don't know if anybody else saw this. I reckon we probably have. Dan the Man Andrews shared some photos today of the major freeways and highways and ring roads of Melbourne, with no one on them. Some photos and things were kind of taken overnight, I think, on all of them, and he just shared them like on his Twitter or something, and saying thank you and all this sort of stuff. And I just kind of looked at it and I was like, everyone that I saw kind of posting about it today was like, oh, look at this is cool, thank you Melbourne, all this sort of stuff. I just looked at it and I was like, it's a little bit creepy. Like, why is... and I'm just picturing Dan just kind of sitting in a room in his house, just looking at a bunch of TV screens, by himself. No one else is in the room. It's a bit like the movie Sliver from 1993. If you haven't seen it, check it out. It's a great movie. I think it's like I think you would call it a psychological thriller. From, like I said, 1993, and it stars. Let me actually go to the Wikipedia of it, because I've got to try and remember. I think one of the Baldwins is in it. Sharon Stone, William Baldwin, Billy Baldwin, and Tom Berenger. There's some sex scenes in it. It's basically what it is Billy Baldwin, I think, plays... Let's just read the plot of the movie, shall we? I'm on the Wikipedia of it right now. So it's a film from 1993. There's some sex scenes in it. It gets a little bit sexy. I remember watching this movie as a kid, and I've never forgotten kind of the sex scenes. The plot, here we go, the plot. Carly Norris, played by Sharon Stone, a book editor and divorcee in her mid-30s, moves into the exclusive New York City Sliver Building 113. She meets other tenants, including Zeke, William Baldwin, a video game designer, Jack, Tom Berenger, a novelist, Vida, or Vida, played by Polly Walker, a fashion model who moonlights as a call girl, and Gus, played by Keen Curtis. I like your first name. A professor of videography at New York University. That's who Gus is. They tell Carly that she bears a striking resemblance to Naomi Singer, the previous tenant of her apartment, who fell to her death from her balcony. After running into Zeke numerous times, Carly invites him to her housewarming party. Soon after, they begin a sexual relationship. Meanwhile, Jack starts stalking Carly and warning her about Zeke, who he says is sick. As Jack's behavior becomes more erratic, Gus and Vida, I'm going to call it Vida, I don't know if it's Vida or Vida, I'm just going to say Vida, die under suspicious circumstances. Zeke reveals to Carly that he is the owner of 113. He's the owner of the building, Billy Baldwin, who plays Zeke, which he bought with the inheritance of his wealthy father. As owner of 113, Zeke installed a comprehensive video surveillance system throughout the building, allowing him to spy on all the tenants of 113 from his own secret surveillance room. And this is what Dan Andrews reminded me of today, this movie. I was like, it's a bit creepy. You're watching to see if people are on the roads. It's like the movie Sliver with Billy Baldwin, how he just watches everyone in their rooms, including Sharon Stone, who he ends up having sex with. It's a little bit creepy, Dan the Man. Where was I up to? Through deduction and eventually one of Zeke's secret recordings, Carly learns that Jack killed Naomi in a crime of passion. Jack was jealous of Zeke, who had sexual relations with Naomi and a number of other tenants in 113. Finally, Jack attacks Carly in her own apartment, and she shoots him dead. Angry at Zeke for withholding evidence in Naomi's murder, and jealous of his liaisons with other tenants, Carly destroys Zeke's surveillance room, tells him to get a life, then leaves. So that's the movie Sliver from 1993, starring Billy Baldwin and Sharon Stone, where Billy has a room with all these surveillance cameras and he just watches people creepily because he owns the building. And that's what Dan the Man Andrews' photos of the freeways and highways reminded me of this morning when I saw them. So that's that. Dan, you're a creepy fuck. You're doing a good job, but you're a little bit creepy. Stop watching the freeways. I know why you're doing it. I get it. But come on. Just fucking relax. You're listening to the Non-Essential Podcast, or TNEP, hosted by me, Matty K. Lockdown 2.0. We're all in this together. I don't have a lot to talk about today. I only really took note of 3 things, and I've covered them all already in about 15 minutes, so that's not good. I've got another 15 minutes to go, really. Or do I? I mean, do I have to? I don't have to. I do whatever the fuck I want. I don't have to make this half an hour every day. I don't think the first 2 episodes have even been half an hour. I think they've been about 29 and 28. So yeah. One thing I did see though, that sort of, it's always funny when a newsreader fucks up. I saw that Channel 9 news reporter whose hair got in the way, and her life was fucked because of it, apparently, according to her. So that's always funny when newsreaders fuck up. I think the best, look, there's been a lot of good news reporter fuck ups over the years, and now that I'm talking about it, I'm probably going to go to YouTube and actually watch like a compilation of them. But one of my favourite ones is it's an American one, and he freaks out over, it's like a bee or something, some bug flying around him, and he just fucking freaks out. Check it out on YouTube. You probably just type in newsreader bee, and you'll probably find it. It's a black dude, black reporter. Not that colour means anything, but if it's a thumbnail and you're looking for a black guy, all right, it's that's what I'm saying basically. What else? I've got nothing really today, and to be honest, I'm struggling to fucking stay awake. It's 8:20 p.m. I woke up at, what time did I wake up today? I think I might have woken up at 4 or 5 or 6, somewhere between 4 and 6 a.m. I woke up. So I've been up for a while, haven't had a nap, and yeah, probably going to be another early night for Maddie. That's another thing. I reckon I have a little bit of a theory, and it's not a very good one, but I have a theory that if you want this 6 weeks to go quickly, people, what you got to do is you got to stay up all night and sleep all day, and that might make this whole thing a little bit easier, because there's not much you can really do in the middle of the night anyway, and trust me, like, that's coming from a guy who lives his life in the middle of the night. I go for walks in the middle of the night. I usually do my supermarket shopping in the middle of the night. I go to 24-hour fucking supermarkets that are miles and kilometers away from where I live, because I just prefer kind of moving around and doing my shit in the middle of the night. So I know what I'm talking about when it comes to the middle of the night. So what you got to do, people, is you got to, like I said, you got to sleep all day. All right, you got to wake up at around about, I don't know, 2 p.m. let's say, and stay up till around about 5 a.m. and sort of just repeat that over the next 6 weeks. And I think you'll find that the 6 weeks will probably go a bit quicker than if you're awake during the day, unless you're doing work from home and stuff like that, and you kind of have to be up at certain hours. then be up at those certain hours. You know, if you've got conference calls and things like that. I've got a conference call tomorrow, actually. I just remembered, and I should probably write that down. 12 p.m. So yeah, which I'll probably be up for anyway, because I'm probably going to go to sleep straight after I record and upload this. So I'll probably be asleep by about 10 p.m. So yeah, I don't know. Like I said, that's my theory. I don't think it's a very strong one. I don't think it's a very good one. But I do move around a lot in the middle of the night, and I find that those nighttime hours, there's just something about them that seems to go a little bit quicker than the hours of the day. I know all 24 hours are 60 minutes in length, but I don't want to say, I don't want to say that this is a conspiracy theory, but I don't reckon from I reckon from 8 p.m. to 5 a.m., which is the curfew, I reckon those hours are actually only 30 minutes long. How about that? There's a fucking conspiracy for you. There aren't 24 hours in the day. There are fucking 18, and then there's about 6 hours that are half hours. Really. Anyway, yeah, like I said, not a strong theory. But yeah, all I'm saying is that between 2 a.m. and 3 a.m. goes like that. 2 p.m. to 3 p.m. goes more like that. So at least that's what I find anyway. Yeah, don't take anything I say too seriously. I am a moron, and I'm happy to repeat that statement over and over again. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't even know who I am at this point, and I reckon there's a lot of people out there that are probably the same. They're like, who the fuck even am I anymore? I don't even know. What is life? Fuck my life. Like the journalist whose hair kept getting in her face. Yeah, I just called her a journalist. Is she actually a journalist? That's the thing. If there's any news reporters out there, are you actually journalists? Did you actually study journalism? You probably did. I'm just saying that there is a very the percentage of good-looking news reporters, particularly females. I don't know if that's just because I'm into females and not into dudes, but I find that a lot of the female news reporters are very attractive, and I just sort of wonder, are there really that many attractive people studying journalism? It's a pretty fair question, I think. Why does that industry, more than just about any other, have such good-looking people in it? Except for the dudes. I can't really picture any of the Channel 7 or Channel 9 male reporters at the moment. There's one I keep seeing on the ABC. He's not that great looking. So yeah, I don't know. If anybody knows the answer to that, let me know. There's some very attractive female news reporters out there too. I haven't got any of their names right now, but maybe that's something that we can sort of talk about over the next 40 days. 40 something or 30 something days. News reporters, who's the hottest? Who you got, fellas? Which chick on your television news screens are you saying is the hottest? And girls, which guy is the hottest? Or if you're a guy into guys, which one is the hottest? Or if you're a girl into girls, which one is the hottest? I don't discriminate here on the Not Essential podcast. If you're heterosexual, if you're gay, if you're lesbian, if you're bisexual, if you're asexual, if you're symmetrical, I don't care. Be whatever you want to be. All right. This is probably I should actually probably come into these every day with no topics at all, because I reckon there's a good chance that some of the best material will come out when I have no idea what I'm doing, not even the faintest. You know, every day so far, the 3 days of this this podcast, I've had a few little dot points that I've taken down and spoken about. But fuck, I don't know, it might be better to just have none and just fucking record and go for it. You know, I've got, what was it, 1,260 minutes to fill over the next 40 days. So, yeah, there's going to be a lot of those minutes that are just fucking rubbish. You're listening to the Non-Essential Podcast, hosted by me, Matty K, a complete and utter moron who is not essential to anyone in any way, shape or form. Keep listening. Anyway, so I think that probably wraps it up for today. I think I've done about the around about the half an hour. So hang on, I've got 3 different recordings here. How long have I gone for? So I've gone for 11 minutes on that one. I've gone for 6:47 on that one, and I've gone for 9:45 on that one. So 11 and 10. Okay, yeah, so let's do a few more minutes just to make sure. Like I said though, it doesn't have to go 30 minutes. I do whatever the fuck I want. Do as many minutes as I want. And you guys, I was going to say just have to sit there and listen, but you don't even have to do that, because that's the thing about this podcast. It's not just called the Non-Essential Podcast hosted by me, a non-essential person to humanity, Matty K, but it's also not essential listening. Don't listen to it if you don't want. Watch Netflix. I don't give a fuck what you do. But to the 4 views I've gotten on episode 1 on YouTube, thank you. I don't know if that's me refreshing it or not. I don't think it is. A couple of people have inquired about it, but they haven't given me any feedback, which means they probably think it's shit and only listen to maybe a minute before they thought, nah, not listening to anymore. That's okay. See, the thing about podcasting is it takes a very certain kind of individual to actually sit there and listen to someone like me, a moron, just fucking run his mouth for half an hour about nothing. And I think, you know, I don't think I have many of those sort of types of individuals in my life, to be perfectly honest with you. Everyone I know has just a fucking attention span of a goldfish's memory. 3 seconds and they're on to something else. They can't just fucking sit there and just listen. Anyway, that's it. Fuck is, I'm going. That probably brings it to about half an hour. Stay safe, everyone. Hit me up if you want to fucking talk about anything, or you need someone to talk to. You know, I'm here. I'm not fucking going anywhere. Not until, hopefully, the 13th of September at the earliest. So, yeah. As I said, episode 1 though, don't call me. I don't like phone calls. Just shoot me messages in whatever form you want. Anyway, yeah. Alright, that's it. Fuck yes, I'm going. Episode 3, done. Day 3, done. Things can only get better. If you have listened to all 3 episodes and you're like, come on, Matty, I know you can do better than this shit. I agree with you. I can do a lot better. But I'm a little bit tired, alright? Give me a fucking break. We're here for the next 39 days, I think, or 40 days. I'll pick it up. Don't worry, alright? Fucking hell. Anyway, like I said, stay safe. Fuck off. Go to sleep. Good night.